Welcome to the 8th edition of Liège-Bastogne-Liège Femmes. A year after winning this race to complete a remarkable Ardennes triple, Demi Follering is still chasing her first victory of 2024. She is part of a very strong SD Works Pro Team lineup alongside the world champion and winner of Paris-Roubaix, Lotte Kopecky.
I really want to win, of course, but I think the pressure last year was higher. This year we have a really strong team. Together with Lotte we can do really nice finals, so I'm also really looking forward for this, to play the final like this and to use our cards.
Confidence is high in the Canyon SRAM camp meanwhile, after Cassia Nueva conquered La Flèche Wallonne Femme in midweek.
It's really nice to be heading towards the end of the spring campaign, knowing that we have a big win in our pocket and good podium places. So I think that tomorrow is going to be a race where we want to seize our last opportunity for a really good result.
Elisa Longo-Borghini could make history today by becoming just the second woman to win all three monuments. But the Italian is a little concerned about the weather.
Sarà sicuramente un'edizione durissima, anche dettata dalle condizioni meteo, perché domani prevedono anche della neve, da quello che abbiamo visto ultimamente, e credo che il percorso in sé sia già molto esigente, ma il meteo domani farà la differenza.
This is said to be the longest and hardest edition of the women's race to date, with a distance of 153 kilometres and 2,750 metres of elevation gain. The addition of the Côte de Saint-Roch means there are 10 climbs in all, including famous names like the Côte de la Redoute and the Côte de la Roche-au-Faucon, which tops out with just 13.4k to go. Sarah Gigante decided to liven things up today. The 23-year-old Australian, who won the Tour Down Under in January, attacked early and led solo for around 70 kilometres. She was eventually joined by 8 other riders on the Col du Rosier, including Elise Chabet, Lucinda Brand and Grace Brown. Some real firepower up front then, and the peloton was struggling to reel them back in. The gap 2.5 minutes with 45k to go, and up to over 3 minutes before the last 3 climbs. Onto the Côte de la Redoute, and Little Trek started to up the tempo for their leader Longo-Borghini. Good timing, because her teammate Brand was losing contact at the front. 4 riders now leading the way up the famous climb: Chabet, Brown, Gigante and Kim Kadzo. Well, Chabet was the first woman to the top, and after all of her earlier efforts, Gigante soon dropped. So 3 women now in the lead: Chabet, Brown and Kadzo. Lidl Trek and SD Works Pro Time putting the hammer down to bring them back, but had they left it too late, it was set up for a thrilling finale. Gigante and Flora Perkins still chasing in between, but they wouldn't see the front of the race again. The riders approaching the key final climb, the Roche-au-Faucon, with the brakes advantage dropping to under a minute now. Kadzo just starting to struggle on the climbs. And that was when Longo-Borghini made her move. The Italian champion, followed by Follering and Nueva. Mariana Vos was there, but she couldn't match their pace uphill. The 3 big guns would eventually join up with the 3 leaders with around 8 kilometres to go. Longo-Borghini putting in another big acceleration before Brown almost came a cropper on this roundabout. Luckily, some nice bike handling skills from the Australian. So following Longo-Borghini, Nueva, Chabet, Brown and Kadzo setting themselves for a 6-up sprint.
Demi Follering is sitting at the back, waiting and waiting to pounce to take her 3rd ever win in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Cassia Nueva, Elisa Longo-Borghini, Kim Kadzo, Grace Brown behind them, Elise Chabet, and then it's Demi Follering who looks set to try and take this. Longo-Borghini hits the front now. Elisa Longo-Borghini looking for the victory. She's wanted in the Ardennes. It's going to be Longo-Borghini. It's Grace Brown. Grace Brown wins the sprint for FDJ Suez. It's an Australian victory in Liège-Bastogne-Liège Femmes.
After a breathtaking finale, Grace Brown wins the first monument of her career. The Australian time trial champion had already come close at this race, finishing 2nd in 2020 and 2022. And she upset a couple of more fancied names here to take a superb victory for FDJ Suez.
It was an amazing day. wanted to be in that break. We always know that a strong break can go in the middle section of the race, and we worked really well together. I felt like on my limit on the climbs towards the end, but once I survived Rochefoucauld, I thought it's on. So good.
Brown winning ahead of Longa Borghini, who was also the runner-up last year. The Italians wait to complete the Monument Triple Crown goes on, while defending champion Follering was third, followed by Chabet, Nueviadoma and Cazzo. Well, the classic season is over, but the first Grand Tour of 2024 is only 1 week away. Do join us next Sunday for La Vuelta Femenina, and thanks very much for watching.